Hey there, artists! We're going to use some simple shapes and lines to create this wonderful winter walrus drawing. We're going to start by writing our name and class code on the back of our paper in pencil. Next, we will use a large rainbow line to make the shape for the walrus's head and body. We'll then make a horizontal line with another smaller rainbow line inside for where the nose of our walrus will go. You saw that I drew two little circles next to that smaller rainbow line with the nose in the center and then the big tusks. I realize some parts of the video go pretty fast, so always feel free to pause and catch up if you need to. The next step is to take a black crayon and trace all of your pencil lines. Fill in the eyes and the nose with the black crayon as well. Remember as you're tracing to trace slowly and carefully. This video is sped up, so it looks like I'm going a lot faster than I actually traced in real life. When you're coloring, remember to use ladder coloring or little wiggles to fill in all of the space. When you start coloring the walrus's tusks, it's a great idea to outline the space that you're going to color in, as I'm doing in the video here. You might notice that I'm just coloring next to those black lines and then I start my ladder coloring. You might also notice that my crayon just broke there, but it is okay. I just kept on going because broken crayons still color. If you left a little oval open in the nose, remember to fill that in with white to look like the highlight or the shiny spot, and then color around the outside of your walrus to make it look like it's glowing. It makes a really nice finishing touch when you add all of the other details to have that glowing line around your walrus. Next, we're going to add our whiskers with a black crayon. I did 3 on each side. You could do 4 or 5, it's up to you. I did 3 on each side just because that's what I thought fit the best. When you start coloring in your walrus, you're going to do the same kind of coloring that you did on the tusks and in the nose with little wiggles or ladder coloring. And I always like to outline around the space I'm going to color first because that helps me stay in the lines. As I start to color in the rest of the walrus, you'll notice that I continue to outline and color around the area I'm going to color in before I actually start filling in the space. Just remember that helps you learn to stay in the lines, and it can also help your crayon not pull the black crayon out a little bit and help make your coloring look a little bit more clean. This part does take some time and effort. My hands got a little tired, so I had to take a couple of stretch breaks, but I kept on going. It's okay if you have to take some stretch breaks. If your hands get tired, that's how you start to build those muscles up in your hands and develop the stamina to color for long periods of time. That's where you're able to color a little bit longer and longer each time as you color. So even if you get a little tired, it's okay. We can do hard things. Notice that here I'm peeling the end of my crayon. That's to help my crayon color a little bit better. The paper was getting in my way. It is okay for you to peel your crayons as well. Just remember to throw away that trash. It doesn't go on the floor, it doesn't go in the table tray, it doesn't belong in the crayon box. It goes in the trash can. As I'm looking at my walrus here, I'm noticing that I could probably go back in and fill in some more areas of his body with a little bit more of that blue color. But I went ahead and moved on to making the snowflake so that you guys could see how I did that in this video. After I finished the snowflakes, I went back in and touched up some of the areas with black where a little bit of the paper was showing or where I wanted it to be a little bit more solid. I also added some details. I added some eyelashes. If you wanted to put a bow on your walrus's head or a hat or some other details, feel free to do that. Finally, I took a Sharpie and I wrote my name up the side of my walrus, and I also put the year. Thanks for creating with me.